revolution, so it's gonna be a revolution. Listen up, give me your attention. It's gonna be a revolution.
I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan, in the United States, but I've been living in Europe for a while. Kind of by accident. I started out in a theater, and when I came over to Europe, I met a guy who was just getting back from one of the schools in LA for the guitar. And as we met up, we talked about music, and he's like, yeah, I'm got a group and we're going to be playing. And I said, I write poetry, and sometimes they have a rhythm to it. We should get together. And we said, yeah. And next thing I know, I'm playing on stage, and I'm ending my 6-month stay in Europe with a 3-week concert tour with his group. So it was really cool.
So nice and mellow, till I saw right through you.
Well, I think as far as professional goes, it was, the first year was kind of for fun, and it was a real surprise to me to find myself on stage actually doing the concert. I had never done that, and when they called me and asked me if I could come back the next summer to do another concert tour with them, this time a little bit longer and as lead singer and not just a second singer, it was like, wow, okay, I don't even know if I can do this. I've never done anything since then, and I felt like, yeah, well, why not? So I packed my bags and I headed over this way in the summertime, and next thing I know, I'm on stage, and I've been doing it ever since. And I think the professional part comes in is that I haven't changed. I haven't stopped doing it since, and that's how I've been making my money since I've been here.
I'd rather have no loving at all.
Previously, all the projects that I worked on were in collaboration with other people, and they weren't under my name. I have 3 CDs that came out under the name of the group, the first group that I had here, or rather the second group, BB Honey. And after that, I never had anything under my name. So this is actually the first album under my own name, Tiza Brown.
Then the curtains fall and love and desire.
I decided to call this one Hybrid Soul because it's such a mixture. You know, we think of hybrid as a mix of elements. Normally people talk about 2, but mine's are actually quite numerous. It's really based on the voice, first of all, and the second thing is that I'm very, very sensitive to anything that makes you want to dance. I really have a love of music that makes me want to move regardless, and so that element is also there. But also the person that I work the most with is very rock oriented, but with a lot of jazz harmonies. And I love some of the harmonies when they come together. So when you start putting all that together, the rock, the jazz, the groove, the vocals that are soulful, there's not, you can call it R&B soul, because for me that's a very large area of the music. But for me it's just hybrid soul, because I am soul and it's based on what I'm doing, and my way of thinking and feeling about the music is soul at its basis, but it's so much more than that. So yeah, hybrid soul. Wow. To say that I'm an instinctive writer is probably redundant, but I have no particular style other than the idea comes to me. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just jot down an idea, and there are maybe 10 ideas and 9 of them I forget, and then one just kind of, it like rides around in my brain for weeks, and I continually come back to the same idea, and eventually that idea slowly builds into a theme that's normally the chorus, and then I'm off, and it's very quickly done. I tend to write the words and the rhythm or the melody simultaneously. The two almost go together for me. There's nothing separate. So the process seems very short, but in fact I spent so much time with those ideas in my mind before I ever put them down on paper, that the 5 minutes that it might take me to actually write the song, you think, gosh, that was quick. But no. But yes, I'm a very strange writer, I think. I've never met anyone else that does it quite to that degree. So I don't sit down behind a piano and pluck out the notes, and it's kind of like what comes to me, and it feels right, and I just go with it.
Sometimes love comes down like rain, drown my heart, wash me away with the pain. Sometimes love makes my skin boil.
Probably the absolute best and memorable experience was opening act for James Brown. He was very, very particular, and it was a humbling experience to watch him. I guess he must have been 70 or so. At least he was on his last comeback, and he was in rare form that evening. And at one point before his show, he had his people send everyone that was not specifically involved with his group, his team, or with the sound backstage. No one was allowed backstage. So even the group that I played with before him, everyone was made to get off stage. You couldn't stay backstage to watch him. And as everyone was filing out, he stopped me and he said, you know, I enjoyed your show. I like what you did, but I want you to sit here and take a listen, and you watch, all right? Get her a chair over here. And so he has this guy get me a chair, and he sits me right in the corner of the stage, just off stage, so I could watch what he was doing and learn. And it was like, yes, sir. And it was a wonderful experience, because he gave a great show, and he made specific gestures to let me know, did you see that? And okay, for anyone else that you're watching, it doesn't mean anything. It just looks like he looked off to the side, but he was actually like pointing out different things he thought I should look at as a professional singer to work on. And that for me was a highlight, just to get that lesson. It was a well, I want to say a well-bought lesson, but I didn't buy anything. It was free. From the new album, first of all, it's new for me, and it's some videos. Actually, we're already well into the process of the writing process and the recording process. We already have 2 videos that are on the YouTube at this point. Tiza Brown, Didn't Know, and 2 Steps Back. Those are already out there. We're going to try to get the album out ASAP, but as soon as we get there, if you really want to keep up with us, check like on the Tiza Brown official Facebook page. If you happen to get to one of my concerts, take some pictures, you want to check out some pictures or some videos of any concert, you can join us on Instagram, hashtag Tiza Brown as well.
He used to be there when I needed him, used to be sweet enough to eat.
I've been working with Steve Grant on the drums, David Caracho on the bass, and as always, I've been working with Chris Bovet on the guitar. And we have actually the 2 songs that I just mentioned, Didn't Know and 2 Steps Back, they will be a part of the up and coming CD. So we're basically ahead of schedule, if you want, because we've already got a couple of them out there, just kind of testing the waters. And like I said, we're kind of working on having an album where you actually have a video per song, with a certain style of videoing going on. But check us out and let us know what you think. We're anxious to find out just what it is you think about that. All right.
Surprisingly, for loving just